So I want to talk a bit about conventional incline milling. Throughout my career, I've gotten a lot of conflicting and incorrect information from people. I used to work with a lot of old world machinists that ran manual machines, and they tell me things like, you should always rough conventional and finish using climb cutting, or you should always cut conventional to eliminate backlash in the machine. And I talked to a lot of CNC machine tool builders that would tell me that their machines were equipped with backlash compensation or that they had backlash eliminators. Hearing that, I was really confused in the early years about why I would ever want to use conventional cutting. When we talk about these two methods of milling, what we're talking about is the relationship between the direction that the cutter rotates and the direction that you're feeding the cutter. In conventional cutting, you're rotating against the direction of feed, and in climb cutting, you're rotating with the direction of feed. So traditionally, conventional milling would eliminate the backlash between the lead screw and the nut. In modern times, most machines have compensation for this. Most of the time in CNC machining, you're going to be using climb milling. So let's talk a little bit about the differences between these two methods and the different results that you get when you use these two methods. So when you're conventional milling, your tool rubs at entry because you're entering really shallow and then you're finishing your cut deep. So when your tool's rubbing, you're getting faster tool wear and your tool's not going to last as long. Your chip width starting at 0 and then it increases. This causes heat generated by friction to be transferred into your workpiece, which can cause work hardening. In addition to this, you're also going to end up with a worse finish in your part because chips are being pushed into the path of the cutter, and that'll result in things like smearing, marring, recutting chips. So all these things are undesirable when you're CNC machining. And in addition to these things, which are affecting your tool life and the quality of your part, conventional milling also creates more lift. So it's actually trying to pull your part out of your fixturing. In contrast, when you're climb milling, your chip's starting at maximum thickness and decreasing as you feed your cutter. This pushes most of the heat into the chip instead of into your workpiece. Your cutter's also entering almost perpendicular to the shear plane, which gives you less rubbing, and these two things combined give you better tool life. You're also going to get a better finish out of your part. The chips are evacuating behind the cutter now instead of being pushed in front of your cutter, where you would get things like the smearing, marring, chip recutting that you would with conventional milling. Another benefit of climb milling is that instead of creating lift and trying to pull your part out of the fixture, you're actually pushing your part into your fixture with downward cutting forces. So throughout my career, there have only been a handful of times where conventional milling actually helped me. Coming from aerospace, I did a lot of tall, thin extrusions, a lot of T-extrusions, angles, and a lot of times these extrusions need to be cut to length during the milling process. So when you're climb cutting these, the cutter will have a tendency to grab that tall, thin, vertical wall of the part, and it'll just destroy your workpiece. Where conventional milling will provide a much more stable cutting condition, and you'll be a whole lot less likely to destroy your part. Really, the only other case I can think of is when you're working with case-hardened materials, because in conventional milling, after the very first cut, every subsequent cut is going to start with the teeth of the cutter underneath the work-hardened surface working outwards towards the work-hardened surface. Whereas if you were climb milling, you'd be just repeatedly smacking the teeth of your cutter into the work-hardened surface, which can dramatically affect your tool life. I hope this cleared up any confusion that you have about when to use climb versus conventional milling. I wish somebody would have told me these things when I had first gotten into machining, but better late than never. Talk to y'all soon.